Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode, a new video on YouTube of the Modest Geek. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about today's episode of Moon Knight, right? Because I'm pretty sure you might have seen it already, or maybe not, depending where you're located. I have during the morning. It's been a while. It's actually been a little bit more than 8 hours since I saw it, so I'm gonna just try to remember the best bits that I can think of this episode. I like this episode. I think it was a really good episode. I think that we got to discover or learn a little bit more about Steven / Marc in this episode, to see where he's at, why this is happening to him. I think that little by little the show is trying to put the pieces together, which actually is interesting. And this is one word that you will hear me saying constantly. Interesting, because I apparently do not know any synonyms that go along, that are similar to interesting. Apparently, yeah, that's a thing, I guess. Now, what I found that it was like really intriguing, it's that I want to know more about the past of Marc. So here's my guess, and I don't know much about Moon Knight. I don't know much about the comic books. I never read the comic books, so I think I've already said that already. But in episode 2, it gives me the impression that Marc or Steven, before they accept to be the vessel of this moon god, he had probably a personality disorder, like a bipolar disorder. I don't think it's the same thing. I think it's one thing is to have a bipolar disorder, and another thing it's having a multiple personality disorder. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might. I'm sorry if I am. But we're actually seeing a little bit more of the Marc side on why he's Moon Knight, why he became the vessel of this god entity, the moon god entity, and how much it isn't just one voice in his head. It's just actually 3 voices. You got the god and the deal they made with Marc, and you have Marc, and then you have Steven. So you have like 3 different personalities, so to speak, within one. And I like that game. I also want to sort of like, at the top of my head, one of the things that I enjoy the most, that I noticed, that there are a lot of shots where there's always something in the form of semicircular. It's not full circle. It's always like in the shape of a moon, semicircle. There are a lot of shots like that. Again, the game with the mirrors. I think that's always the smart choice. I think that's always easy. Not easy, but just it always works. That's what I mean. It works for a reason. Again, Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke, and now the incorporation of his wife, makes it even more intriguing. He's apparently married, and I like the dynamic that the two of them have. Like more like, it made me remember Rick O'Connell and Eve from The Mummy a little bit, and I like that. I like that. So I want to know a little bit more about what happened with Marc and this god entity and the bug. I want to know more. It just got me to a point that I'm hooked. I kind of need to know more. So overall, it was a really good episode. You can see that there are some certain, typical Marvel Disney jokes, to like lighten up the mood. But other than that, I mean, it was a solid episode, and I'm looking forward to see more. And I'm hooked. I want to know more about the story and what's gonna happen. So, yeah, it was a really good episode. Go watch it. Take care.